What's going on, everyone? Welcome to week 1 of the PPL, where we are going up against CBAD, aka Chase, coach of the Detroit Steelwings, a super exciting opponent to get to kick off the start of the new PPL season against. Now, last season of the PPL, I was going in pretty much blind. I didn't know what any of the Pokemon did. I didn't really know the mechanics of the generation, nor did I know much about the new Pokemon, and I still ended up in semifinals. So if that's a testament to how well we can do this season, hopefully it's good, because I've been actually up to date with what the Mons are doing. I've been actually practicing Pokemon and playing Draft League. I don't think I'm really that washed anymore. So I think the championship, it's fully in reach, baby, but we got to make sure that we take it week by week, don't lose sight of the prize, but also at the same time don't lose sight of the opponent at hand, and that opponent is Chase. Now, Chase is the coach of the Detroit Steelwings, which means that he is representing Detroit, which kind of doesn't sit right with me, because I'm from Detroit. I'm the Detroit girl. Even though I moved to London, I'm still my hometown, baby. I'm a Detroiter. Right here. Oh, baby. That's the D, even though it's reversed. It's the D, baby. I'm from the D. That's me. So we gotta fight our home turf and show who's boss of that turf. So that's what else is at stake this game. Chase's team is also incredibly scary. He has Zamazenta crowned, in my opinion, one of the most broken high tiers you can get this generation, and he got it literally the pick before me. But that's okay, we have a Deoxys Speed on our side, as well as a very, very strong team that hopefully you checked out if you saw the draft analysis video. I'm very confident in it. Similar to last season, I'm confident that it's the best team in the league. I have no idea if other people agree with me. I think it's the best team in the league, especially with the free agents that we're going to be making effective next week. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's just kick some butt. Alright, y'all, team builder time. Let's take a look at the matchup and analyze it just for a little bit, and from there we can see where we ultimately ended up going in terms of the team. Chase has a very, very strong team with a lot of potent threats, but definitely some holes that I'm thinking I'm able to exploit if he builds how I anticipate him to build this matchup. So one thing I immediately noticed about Chase's team is obviously Zamazenta, obviously Weavile. Those are two really strong, potent offensive threats. Hisuian Arcanine equally is a really strong offensive threat. Gliscor with Double Dance is a threat, but all those mons that I just named are physical attackers. So going for a team that's filled with a lot of Rocky Helmet mons that force a lot of chip against the physical attackers is going to be really effective towards achieving my win condition, which is going to be Greninja this matchup. I was looking to see if I can make some kind of win con Deoxys Speed work, either some kind of 4 attacks a cleaner set, or some kind of Calm Mind set or Nasty Plot set. And while those sets were effective in some instances, it ultimately ended up that Greninja was just a much more consistent cleaner, and I actually found that Deoxys Speed was a better mon this game at being defensive, because a lot of mons like Zamazenta Crown, Screamtail, Gliscor, etc., after being taunted, can't really do over 50% to max HP, max defense Deoxys Speed. And with the speed that I have, without any speed investment at all, I still outspeed his entire team, barring any Scarfers. So ultimately, it's a good bring here, and it's a mon that gets up spikes very, very freely. And with Zamazenta Crown rolling around, I need spikes up, because I need to get that residual chip against Zama Crown, as well as other things like Snorlax, for example, so that Greninja can be an effective win con in the end. So the early game idea is that Deoxys Speed gets up as many spikes as possible, but I don't want to use it as a suicide lead. I want to use it as a lead that really forces him to pivot around, trying to figure out what my Deoxys Speed set is at first, and as he does that, hopefully I can take advantage of his play by getting up as many spikes as possible, stopping him from making progress with taunt, etc. Now, at any point, he could break out something like a Weavile or a Hisuian Braviary. Those are the two main mons that really force out my Deoxys Speed. So Dragonite and Tinkaton are here for each of those things respectively. Dragonite with Assault Vest is really strong into Hisuian Braviary. Initially I was a Spadef Roost set, but I ultimately decided that having some amount of attack is really useful, and I could afford to do an Assault Vest set, because while rocks are scary and do break multi-scale, the only really rockers that are coming early game are Gliscor and Screamtail, and my Deoxys Speed prevents those from getting up rocks with Taunt. So they have a lot of early game synergy with each other, which is really nice. I don't think my Dragonite will be taking rocks damage in the early game if I play this team correctly. So that's what we're going to be sort of hoping for. So if Hisuian Braviary comes out, we have the Assault Vest Dragonite. Hisuian Braviary could be Terra Flying this matchup with like Sheer Force, Life Orb, Hurricane, which my Dragonite is EV'd to live 2 of after one of them being through multi-scale. And then I can 2-hit KO it with Ice Spinner, which is really, really nice. The other option that he could have is a Tinted Lens, Esperwing, Calm Mind, Terra Fairy set. I think those are the 2 likely Hisuian Braviary sets that come. So that's why I have Iron Head on this as well, just to cover for that option. I think my inclination is to assume it's the Terra Fairy set until proven otherwise, but it'll be pretty obvious what set he is after he damages me once with the Dragonite, so that'll determine which move I then click subsequently. After that, Dragon Tail is really good to phase things out with hazards up, things like Zamazenta Crowned, or if something like Gliscor, or even like Snorlax tries to set up in front of Dragonite, and then E-Speed is really strong for priority. It outpaces Ice Shard, it outpaces Jolteon, and like is really solid against the Terra Fairy Esperwing set because I can Iron Head into E-Speed for maximum damage, and then threaten a Revenge KO with Nightshade with Deoxys Speed. And then Tinkaton takes on Weavile quite well with Pickpocket. If I do get knocked off, I will steal its boots or any other item that it's holding. And taking Weavile's boots away from it is so big this matchup if I'm able to get Spikes and Rocks up, because it ultimately means that like it will die to any Greninja hit. It will definitely die at full with the Mystic Water boost from Greninja if I'm boosted, but if he takes any like hazard chip at all in the mid game, it also means that Greninja could potentially pick it off with Water Shuriken as well. So removing Weavile's boots is ultimately just really nice. It's even nice for like E-Speed Dragonite if that stays alive into the end game. Swampert as well is going to be more of a mid-game mon. I don't anticipate to get rocks up like in the first couple of turns, but there's not a lot of ways that he can prevent me getting Swampert in at all. I mean, Swampert's a decent switch into things like Gliscor and Snorlax, assuming it doesn't have Seed Bomb. If he brings Hisuian and Arcanine, I'll have to scout for like Power Herb Solar Beam, but like I'll just do that. Genuinely speaking, like through the course of mocks, I've been able to get rocks up sometimes, and it's just about finding the right opportunity to do so. But Swampert's also just really, really strong physically defensive-wise because it takes 2 of any hit from Zamazenta Crown, particularly Trailblaze. Trailblaze is a really annoying move that's been haunting me like this entire generation because just for some reason everything gets Trailblaze, and I keep drafting Water Ground mons that don't want to get Trailblazed, so like here we are. But it does take 2 Trailblazes from Zamazenta Crown, which is super nice. Ultimately, Earth Power hits Zamazenta Crown the hardest out of any move, but Roar is also nice to phase out Iron Defense sets or phase out other like boosting sets like, you know, Bulk Up Screamtail or whatever. Flip Turn just gives me momentum, which is really nice. Serena is the spinner. I ultimately found out through mocks that Hazard Stack Gliscor is a huge threat against my team if it's positioned properly. Getting like 1 thing of rocks and 1 thing of spikes up is pretty much like detrimental to the Greninja win condition because he has outs like Extreme Speed, Hisuian, Arcanine, and even like Fake Out Weavile as options to deal with Greninja once it's boosted. And like I could win with my 5 without winning with Greninja, but like I want to make sure that like Greninja still has the tools to like win in the end if it needs to. So having Rapid Spin on this is really important. I had Volcanion on this team originally as a dedicated lead before I dropped it, even though it's still active this week, but like I dropped it for next week because I just didn't think it was doing much for my team. I already have different water types, and while I do think that like tripling up on water types is okay, it wasn't necessarily adding anything for me. Like I wasn't in like dire need of like a special break or anything. So Volcanion will be gone, Quillfish and Indeedee will be here next week, but initially on this build, before I even anticipated making the trades, Volcanion was on the team as a sort of like bait option for Snorlax to try and like Steam Eruption Snorlax and then like Body Press Snorlax as an option, but ultimately I think I have better ways to like break down Snorlax with the Hazard Stack strategy, and I think there's just better ways to go around doing it. So Rapid Spin Serena gives me a lot more value, and also just like I think max speed, max attack, and its speed tier is quite perfect because after a rapid spin, I am outspeeding Weavile, I am outspeeding Zamazenta Crown. I can't be Ice Sharded because of Queenly Majesty, and I'm Terra Grass. So Terra Grass actually hits things quite hard. It hits Gliscor quite hard without having to rely on Triple Axle missing. Although Power Up can also miss. It hits Screamtail really hard in particular, which is really nice. And it's just a great like neutral button click that doesn't, you know, rely on other things. Like if I was like just clicking Triple Axle and Low Kick, he would have a lot of ways to pivot around it because he has a lot of resistances to both types, even though it's good coverage against certain things. But ultimately Power Up is like the strongest safe click, especially when I'm Terra Grass, to like really buff up that power. So That's the team. The team idea is just using Deoxys in the early game to spike stack, get Chip with Rocky Helmet, then use Dragonite and Tinkaton as defensive responses to his Hisuian Braviary and his Weavile, respectively. In the process of that, that also means getting Swampert in and clicking Stealth Rocks, you know, racking up Chip over his sort of balancy build over time, clearing hazards my own with Serena or breaking with it if he doesn't opt to set up hazards or if I prevent them with Taunt. And then the end game, hopefully everything is chipped enough for Greninja to win. The Mystic Water is really big this game because if he does get a Trailblaze with, you know, Zamazenta Crowned or something like that, having that like Water Shuriken with like boosted as it can be without me taking damage, you would say like Life Orb, is really, really nice. But more importantly, again, that calc against Weavile is also huge. The Mystic Water allows me to OHKO it from full at +1, which is incredible. So go Greninja. Also, it got Sledge Wave this gen. Shout out to Vepsis for telling me that, because initially I had a different move on this Greninja that I was never clicking ever. But he reminded me that it gets Sledge Wave, so if Screamtail comes out, I am able to Sledge Wave it, which will do just a little bit more damage. It is worth noting that this Greninja is modest, so if it is a speed boost Screamtail, it will outspeed me, but it can't kill me from full, so hopefully that'll be okay. We'll see. We'll find out. Alright, that's the team. Bit lengthy of a team builder, but I think it gets the point across of what the goal is, and I like being more informative than anything else. If that's not your vibe, you could just skip to the battle, but I guess I should have said that at the start. Oh well. Alright, battle time. Let's fucking do this. Let's get a week 1 win. I'm really excited, and let's go Shockwave. Let's do this. Alright, so we are here for the battle against Chase. I'd be surprised if certain things showed up, but who knows. Oh. What the fuck? Where is your Zamazenta, sir? Hello? Alright. That's fine, I guess. Zamazenta's a huge threat, and he gives up a massive amount of speed control. I think I still want a spike stack, nonetheless. I think this is still the way to go, because it still covers like Screamtail, Rock Slide, and things like that. Imagine picking up your round 1 and not bringing your round 1. Couldn't be me. But I guess it could be Chase, and we'll see how that works out for him. But yeah, good luck. Have fun. We'll see how it goes. Bit nervous, but we'll see. Chattermax, that is Decidueye. Ooh, very interesting. So this could be a couple things. This could be like Poltergeist. This could be Shadow Ball. This could really be anything. It's a very interesting lead on his part, and I don't necessarily feel comfortable staying in, unfortunately. There's no Gliscor here too, so like Serena does lose a little bit of value. I think I'm gonna go into Serena here just to really like see what ends up happening. We could just see a U-turn off Rip, which is gonna do a ton of damage, but Serena's my safest pivot right now, and my least valuable member. Did not anticipate a Decidueye lead. We see the Shadow Sneak come right away, and I get the Queenly Majesty off. That's fucking huge. AO. Nice. Alright. Triple Axle is amazingly free. I think I'm just going to click it. A couple things could come in here, namely being Hisuian Arcanine, and that's kind of it. But if Hisuian Arcanine comes in, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I could also just Power Whip. Like Terragrass Power Whip does a lot of damage. And then Axel will KO afterwards, because Axel doesn't KO Decidueye from full, but Power Whip into Axel does. So let's Terragrass Power Whip. It covers a switch. He doesn't switch. So we could see like U-turn come off here. Getting like chip off on this is great anyway, so I'm not too upset about it. And we'll get to see damage from this spot. We'll also see that we outspeed. We should do like half. A little under half. So there's some HP here, as we just see a Roost. I think it's possible he just stays in here, so I'll just Axel. He could go Hisuian Braviary here, and I want to catch that with Axel. He can go Screamtail here too. We miss our first ever triple Axel. That's really fun and cool and dandy. We see Leaf Blade come off. This is a very interesting set that is interesting. I think I'm still gonna Power Whip this turn. I think I'm gonna alternate just so I can like really like, I don't know. Serena missing is definitely spooky. Leaf Blade did how much? 91 minus 18. So it looks like max attack. So he switches out here. He's gonna take huge damage on something. Rusty. Oh my god, please land. Please fucking land. This is gonna do so much. Oh my god, let's fucking go, Serena. Suing Arcanine is very low. It's probably Rocky Helmet range, to be honest with you. You know, the temptation is obviously to go immediately into our good pal, Swampert. He could catch me with a Solar Beam, but I actually don't mind because Swampert's utility's a bit lower now because Zama isn't here. It still wants to get rocks up, obviously, but like if I get caught with a Solar Beam, I can call it a Solar Beam. It's not the end of the world. Double Edge, nice. Okay. That should KO your Rocky Helmet, so that's going to be a kill for Swampert. Way to go. Last move could be Defog, which would be super annoying. But like, I don't know if that changes anything. It could be U-turn as well. I think, like last time, my optimal switch is still going to be Serena. He has not revealed Poltergeist yet, and like I could go into Deoxys and start using this as like an opportunity to set up spikes, but with Roost and stuff, I don't think it makes sense. I think going Serena just makes more sense. We know that it is, you know that it is Serena. Okay. Axel is kind of nice here. Don't want to miss again. Power Up and Axel KOs no matter what. It's just a question of what I want to click first. Let's click Power Up. Yeah. I just think it better covers things coming in. If Bravery Hisui genuinely comes in here, like, we'll deal with that. So, Screamtail comes in. This is going to do a shit ton of damage. Oh my god. Oh my god. Terra Grass Serena is going crazy right now. Shout out to my good pal Year Dunk for coming up with it. Crucial to know that this is not booster energy, it's leftovers. So what looks like the best play here? I could spin so I can outspeed the next turn. I'm probably dead to a fire move. I don't really have a better switch in though. Like, rocks are probably coming up here. It could be nice to preemptively spin to like stop the rocks from going up, so I think I'm gonna do that actually. I outspeed this. What the fuck? Alright, that was probably a bad play. Wish. Hello, Wish. Okay. I don't think this can do much to me, so I'm not too concerned. There's nothing like scary that he necessarily is like wishing up. So I think I'm just gonna Power Whip again. Like, this is doing like massive breaking shit. Serena, you need eyes, bud. Like, please, eyes. They need to exist like here and now. But they don't, and that's okay. Look, Serena's done quite a lot thus far, so it's not the end of the world. Wish Dazzling Gleam is interesting. There's probably T-Wave, which is why, again, I'm a little bit paranoid to go into Deoxys. Plus, Deoxys is really solid for Snorlax, so I'm just gonna Power Up. I'm gonna keep Power Upping. Please, like, land your moves. That would be really cool. Terra Grass Power Whip, doing damage like it should. Dazzling Gleam comes off. Do I live this? Don't live this. Okay. I think Serena has done quite a lot. It has given me good information. Screamtail is chipped. It's now just a question of what is the best means of avenging it. And something I'm noticing right here, right now, is that Gigaton Hammer looks so free. The question is if I want to take chip on this in order to make that, like, a thing. And I think I do. Like, Gigaton Hammer is just going to, like, pick off KO. I have physically defensive Swampert to deal with Weavile still. So I don't entirely need, like, every bit of health on Screamtail. Plus, like, I don't know if this thing can fit Flamethrower. If it does have Flamethrower, good on it. But he's going to lose his Screamtail in the process, so it seems pretty good. Gigaton Hammer's free. There's no resistances. Like, let's click the bonk button. With Lucy Lou. What is the switch in? Bandit. Did we see this one before? It's this. Okay. We're going to click Gigaton Hammer. It's going to give us a good read on what this is. It does nothing. That's insane. Okay. So this is, like, surely physically defensive, right? That's max Phys defense. Also just, like, go into... No, I want to Reflect first. Like, Reflect is so easy, and, like, he has no attack investment. So even if he just, like, clicks Earthquake here, it's going to do, like, 20. Yeah. Well, like, what's this going to do? What the fuck? Oh. That sucks. Alright. Whatever. Is it spiking time? Is it spiking time? I think it might be spiking time. That sucks. That really blows. It's actually rocks. I think rocks are actually more useful because it's going to give us information on Braviary's item. Although I am giving up damage for Weavile by doing this. Alright, whatever. That does literally 45. I'm gonna get my rocks up. As he's gonna get to go Decidueye here, which isn't great. But it'll reveal the last move, at the very least, and that's cool. Chattermax, that's Decidueye, right? Yeah. So we'll see if he's defog on this. That crit really stings. That crit really stings. Crit makes me sad. Dare I say it even makes me a little mad. Let's go into Lucy Lou. I don't think Lucy Lou's doing anything anymore, which is unfortunate, but here we are. Snorlax is at like 80%. I think the reflect play was still right. It just doesn't count for a crit, which sucks. Let's see. Defog comes off. So Defog's last move. It's fine though. Means reflect goes too. I didn't think about that. Like, am I dead to this though? Like, I kind of just want to Ice Hammer, do some damage. Like, does Shadow Sneak actually pick me off here? There's no way, right? There is a way. Okay. But we know it's Boots, right? Or do we not? Because I clicked rocks. Oh, it's Long Reach. Shit. Alright, that's kind of upsetting. That crit sucked. We are going to Spike here. Because this isn't going to do a KO. I don't believe you. I didn't think about Long Reach at all, though, which is unfortunate. I got a Taunt here to prevent Defog. This might be Colbur, which will suck. See Leaf Blade. Which means Sneak's coming off here. I didn't think about Long Reach at all. That's so bad. Okay. So we gotta just, like, try and win with Greninja, like, pretty much ASAP. Which means getting KO on this Decidueye. Sneak isn't going to do much, which is, I guess, cool. And Dragon Tail might be a play. Iron Head might be a better play because it covers Scream Tail coming in. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Iron Head here. Oh shit, my webcam fucking froze. Look at that. Bloop. Alright, fix that. That's some damage on Snorlax, which is nice. Let's go into Mud Puddle. I need to figure out if this Decidueye's Boots or not. Like, that's priority number one. So I'm gonna go Mud Puddle and I'm gonna flip turn here. Chip. Flip turn time. We might see like Seed Bomb. We might see like Body Slam. Either way, we go into Deoxys here. Seed Bomb. Nice. We should live that. Yeah, look at that. Even with the crit. Let us get up another Spike. Actually, there's like not really a choice. I could also recover here, which would be pretty huge. Yeah, let's recover here. Maybe that was stupid. Maybe. But the Spike's gonna be so nice. Yeah. We've gotten quite unlucky this game. Some Power Whip misses, some other stuff that didn't go our way, really. Magpie. What is this? This. Dear God. Run. Okay. That's fine, though. I think I'm gonna Nightshade first. Just for some damage. I'm gonna Nightshade into Taunt. Yeah, that's like max HP. Asper Wings. This is the Terra Fairy set, I'm pretty sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a really pro play here. And we are going to... Is this leftovers? No. Okay. And we are going to go into Dragonite. And we're going to click Iron Head on what better be a Terra Fairy Terra Blast. And that'll be pretty cool. So let's click Iron Head. And hope that our good pal CBAD got a little bit ahead of himself here. Fingers crossed. Aspering Terra Flying's a thing. He doesn't. Okay. I don't think that changes anything, though. Ironhead. That's some damage. So he's now seen that I've clicked Ironhead. I can click Dragon Tail here, which would be kind of sick. I think I actually have to, because by the looks of it, it doesn't seem as though... Nah, fuck it, let's Ice Spinner. If he Terra Fairies here, he's a fucking god. Oh, Bruce. Okay. Alright. So, Dragon Tail seems like the optimal play here. If he Terra Fairies, then good on him. I think I should have. No! Okay, amazing. Whew! Dragon Tail, come off, please, I beg of you, or else I lose. Thank you. Alright, that's Gren range, so that could be huge. That could be fucking massive. That could be massive. Oh, that's amazing too. Why is this floating in the air? Someone help me. I'm clicking Ironhead. Right? Surely? Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. Like, what else? What am I going into? Dazzling Gleam comes off, we will chew that. Like, easily. Why is this so goddamn fucking bulky? Like, excuse me? I think he might Wish here. Sucks. I think I have to E-speed into another E-speed. Surely. Right? Rocks. What do rocks do? Do I lose to like Weavile now? Like, that's the other thing I'm concerned about. I don't think I do. Because Perch should be able to deal with that. I think at this point I have to hope Decidueye isn't Colberberry. That might have been a huge mistake. We'll see. Because he's just going to go Lax anyway to sack it off to stop Battle Bond. Interesting. Jean-Luc. What is this? Weavile. Do you take spikes? Huh. Okay. Do I just E-speed here? Do I Iron Up? I think I have to E-speed. Damage. Axel. Miss? Huge. Fucking huge. Oh my god. I live Rocks, but I don't live Shadow Sneak after Rocks, so it's futile. Extreme speed time. Ha! Fuck. Alright. Let's see. I mean, there's no time better than the present. I think I just have to Shuriken here. There's no better opportunity, and I just have to hope that Greninja gets it for us. So we're gonna click Shuriken, try and pick off the KO. He is faster. Incredible. But that does make sense. And we'll get the boost, and it literally just comes down to if he is Colbur Decidueye or not. I could have been Ice Beam, I could have been other moves, but I am not, and we are here. If it ends up being that he's Colbur Decidueye, good on him. I think some luck has happened this game that has put me in this position, but we've best navigated to a win con as best as we can. Chattermax comes in. Chattermax, do you take Boots? You are Boots. Okay, I am a modest Greninja. Surely +1 Dark Pulse kills. Surely. Yes! Oh, baby! Oh, that fucking rolls. Oh, that rolls. Greninja, you're so good. Greninja, you're so good. Ah, this is what I said in the team builder. Like, ultimately, things go wrong. But as long as we keep the Greninja in the back, we should be okay. And things definitely did go wrong. I'm not gonna pretend like I played optimally here. Definitely a bit of Wi-Fi rust, but simultaneously, like, the crit on Tinkaton was massive. Just, you know, a strong Mon with an unresisted stab with, you know, Gigaton Hammer, which had been really nice. I'm wondering if he threw, by the way, by not going into Snorlax, but we take those. We just surf here. He's probably max HP, so let me just for the sake of like just being paranoid, see if like I'm KOing, but I'm pretty sure I am. Because the god play would be to click Sludge Wave here on the Terra Fairy. Surf, Mystic Water, +1. We are absolutely blowing this thing back with Surf. Nice. Huge. And then that's Lax. So, cool. Greninja does the Greninja thing. This mod is broken, and it makes me very happy to see it do things. I was so paranoid. That's a kill for Deoxys too. Let's go. Alright, very cool. Good game to chase. That was really strong performance by him. He had some really strong sets. In particular, the Roost Braviary not Terra-ing really posed like a massive threat, and he could have won that game had he Terra-Fairied at any point, but thankfully I showed Iron Head, which made him afraid to do so. Serena could have dented even more early in the game. Actually, I don't feel bad necessarily about like him choking, because like this Decidueye should not have been at full anyway, since like I missed so many moves against it with Serena. But here we are. Cool, amazing. Week 1 is a win. It's a very messy win, but it is nonetheless a win, and that works for me. So good luck with Chase for the rest of the season. Next week we take on Killaboom or Danny or someone else. He's had so many names over the course of knowing him, but either way, it'll be fun. And I'm excited for it. Yeah, that was a messy game. I'm gonna have to probably look back and rewatch it and see spots and faults and stuff, but ultimately, we gotta win, and that's what matters. So, see you all next week, and see you all with some new traits as well. We have a Quillfish, and we have an Indeedee now. Who knows if they'll come? I have no idea. But hopefully, at least having Quillfish will allow me not to bring that dog shit Deoxys Speed set ever again for the rest of the season. Fingers crossed, we'll see. Alright, see you all next week.